I wanted to spend just a couple of minutes talking about other public health measures or non-pharmaceutical public health measures. So we continue to be in stage 3 of the provincial roadmap to reopening. And the province has announced at this point in time a pause in any further reopening. And I think that there's a sense of, or has been a sense that with this high level of vaccination coverage, with the loosening of public health restrictions in the broader community, that some of the basic public health precautions that we had been so good at implementing, we're now sometimes forgetting to do. So these basic public health measures like distancing, like masking, like hand hygiene, still form our first, layer of defense against the virus. With easing of restrictions across the province, we are now seeing more and more notifications of transmission at larger gatherings. So, for example, people are likely aware that Durham region had put out a notice of a outbreak associated with a large basketball tournament. So, greater than 25 cases associated with the Jane and Finch Classic basketball tournament that was hosted in Durham region between August 3rd and 8th. And the Medical Officer of Health for Durham region, as well as myself, encouraging anyone across HKPR that attended that basketball tournament to be tested for COVID-19 and certainly to be aware of any potential signs or symptoms of COVID-19. We're also seeing transmission at large gatherings such as weddings or banquets or other celebrations. So, well, I think we have all really celebrated this opportunity to see family and friends that we might not have seen in person for quite some time. We're now seeing very clear evidence of transmission through these gatherings, and I would urge people to remember the basic public health precautions that have worked and have helped to keep us safe over the last 18 months, which is our masking, our distancing, and our hand hygiene. Of the cases that we have been seeing, so I noted that 50% really no known source of transmission. Otherwise, household contacts really continue to be of the highest risk or highest risk setting for transmission. And then we are seeing some cases associated with workplaces. And I would like to remind everybody the same precaution that we were highly emphasizing before of if you're feeling sick, to stay home, to not go to work. The sooner we can reincorporate all of these things into our daily routines, I think that we'll find ourselves better protected as we move into the fall, because we know and we should expect that we'll continue to see an increase in COVID-19 activity as we move into the fall, as schools start for in-person learning, as we move indoors with cooler weather, then certainly we'll see more COVID-19 activity.